15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Brady. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kelvin Benjamin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sam Shields. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the interception, here's Palmer. Rolling to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Brady. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On first down, Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start out with great field position.
Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say it. Don't say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an endless ride. Cursed is a fool who's willing. Can't change the way we are. One kiss away from killing. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath. Start to like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. 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 Shut your mouth and run me like a river.
still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn to the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no! Demon face.
Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
Feel your tongue and my throne of power. Oh, no! I never for a second thought that I...
So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as... Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him, or go after someone? Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. Does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does, but it is at least a slight improvement over what they had in place. Certainly, Patriots will be a hot commodity here. We've seen one go already. Might we see a second? And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
I'm going crazy to get out of this. Oh, yeah.
Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys? What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Tough decision on their hands now, and this early on, it's one you can't afford to get wrong.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California.
Not too much surprise to see Green Bay players in high demand. Here's a chance for another Packer to come off the board. Yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft.
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California.
Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player or do you go after a position of need? Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had.
Oklahoma, it's sunny. California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota.
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out? And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round.
Come on, Texas, yeah,
Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here.
ATLMIADMV. All reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California.
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before.
To Austin, most likely flossing, tight, exhausted.
Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before.
Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California, either state you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to...
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here?
New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California.
And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way.
IADMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
C-A, all day. C-A, D-M-V-N-I-A, all reminds me of C-A. Sean.
Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there.
You've been doing okay, okay. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts, yeah, entirely. Deliver me from reality. Tell me we can make this real. If we can follow what we feel. I'm running, but I've reached the edge. I'm falling, so promise that you'll catch. Promise that you'll catch me. Dreams forever in my head, it seems. I finally know what they mean. I promise that one day you'll see. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts, yeah, entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real. If we can follow what we feel. I'm running, but I've reached the edge. And now I'm falling, so promise that you'll catch me.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular Draft Champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mariota on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second and just one. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the...
Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. In these middle rounds, you have to start asking, and I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they'd lean that way if a player from that team became available. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap. And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick.
Love is destruction. This war is mine. I am the missile.
Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
But this war is mine. This war is mine.
These are tough decisions here, offense or defense. Which side has the more pressing need? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there.
Train, trying to break chains. Everybody needs somebody, no doubt. Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got.